You're on your journey of healing your relationship with food and you're starting to wonder what normal eating looks like, and I've been there. And so today I'm going to take you through a grocery haul and just give you some insight as to what normal eating looks for me now after struggling with my relationship with food and disordered eating for over a decade. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Rachel and this is the I'm Bringing Healthy Back podcast, and let me just get into what I got at the store today. So I have a pork butt, I have some fruit, some veggies, some milk, some cheese, butter, Greek yogurt, flour, just some pantry staples, some lunch meats, some chicken, some brioche buns, some garbanzo beans, some mini protein bars, cream. So let me just get into what I'm going to be making this week. So a couple things that I used to really struggle with are eating non-whole wheat carbs, eating carbs in general, eating full-fat dairy products, and now I embrace them. So on the menu this week, I'm going to be making my pork butt in the crock pot, and that's going to be served on brioche buns with some homemade coleslaw. So one thing about what normal eating looks like is sometimes you buy things because they're budget friendly. Sometimes you buy things because they're time friendly, and you just have to find what works for you. So I do most of my shopping at Aldi. Aldi doesn't have a lot of whole wheat buns, but I do enjoy the brioche buns better than the plain hamburger buns. So I splurge a little bit and pay more to get the brioche buns because I like the texture, I like the flavor, and they're not whole wheat. And the thing is, white carbs aren't evil. They may lack some fiber, they may lack some nutrients, but at the end of the day, we can get our nutrients from other things like fruits and veggies and more whole foods. My pork butt is gonna go in the crock pot. It's gonna cook low and slow all day. I'm gonna come home. The coleslaw, we're gonna have some mayo in there, some vinegar, a little bit of salt, some seasonings. It's gonna be great. And I'm really not worried about the mayo going into the coleslaw because that's what makes it creamy and delicious. And you put it with the pulled pork. And the thing about having a healthy relationship with food is you actually get to enjoy the food you eat. Yes, I want to prioritize nutrients, but that doesn't mean I need to sacrifice flavor as well. And the coleslaw brings a little extra fiber. Got lots of cabbage in there, some carrots. It's gonna be great. I picked up some lunch meats, and these aren't necessarily for sandwiches this week. This is something that sometimes I like to put together some turkey and salami and cut it up and just have that as part of a snack because it's savory and it's a little salty and it's just satisfying, and that protein helps keep you full. And again, salami has more fat in it, the turkey is less fat, but they're both good sources of protein, and you mix them together and you have good flavor, and the fat is not evil. Then I'm going to be making the La Scala salad. I guess it's a pretty well-known salad. I didn't know it was well-known, so I guess it's how well-known is it? Anywho, there's gonna be iceberg, there's gonna be romaine in it, there's going to be Italian salami, mozzarella, there's going to be a vinaigrette that has some Parmesan. It's supposed to be Parmigiano Reggiano. There's supposed to be another cheese, but I'm using Parmesan because I already have that. And when I was starting to heal my relationship with food, I realized that, there's a stigma that actually salads aren't that great for you because you just drown them in dressing, so they're really high calorie. And the thing is, you may use a lot of dressing, but that doesn't negate the nutrients. Do you need to be aware that if you drown your salad in dressings can be high calorie? Yes. I think it is good to be educated on calorie density and nutrient densities of foods, just so you can make wise decisions for yourself and understand that if I eat a ton of peanut butter, there is a ton of calories in peanut butter, but you are still allowed to eat peanut butter. Again, fat and calories are not evil, but it is good to know what we are feeding and putting in our body, feeding ourselves and putting in our bodies. Additionally, I thought I don't need to eat salads. Salads are like the healthy choice. I would go to a restaurant and I'm like, I need to get a salad because burgers are bad. And so there's a little bit of like pendulum swinging when you're healing your relationship with food. You've gone one way and now you don't necessarily want to swing all the way the other direction. So you're just kind of like trying to find a middle ground. Salads are great. They can be lighter, more refreshing. They're great in the summer because you don't have to cook, and sometimes you don't want something super heavy when it's hot outside anyway. This salad sounds really delicious and really light, but also filling, and I'm really looking forward to it. Then I like dessert, okay? Most of us do. And so I was looking for like an easier chocolate recipe because I do love chocolate. And I found a recipe for a take on the pâtes de crème. So it's like a French chocolate custard that is baked, but this one is not baked. And so for that I have chocolate, and there's going to be cream in it, and I'm going to do a little bit of a raspberry garnish. And again, it's just something you get to enjoy. It doesn't have to, you're not eating the whole batch of it, you're not eating it every day, and you do get to enjoy rich, decadent things. That is, when you think of your future self, are you allowed to eat desserts? I hope so, especially if you like desserts. And so healing your relationship with food means you need to bring back any foods that you told yourself, I can't eat because those are bad. Foods aren't inherently bad. They're more nutrient dense or less nutrient dense. And again, you are allowed to enjoy foods for the sake of enjoying foods sometimes. So really excited about that dessert. And then I don't do a lot of like processed protein things, but Aldi has these mini protein bars. This is the birthday cake flavor. They have a lemon one, at my Aldi at least, and it's really good. And they're good little, they're small, but if you're craving something sweet, but you're actually a little hungry and you're like, I want something sweet, but something that has a little more substance to it, it's gonna not make my blood sugar crash or something. These little protein bars, for me, are a nice choice because it scratches the sweetness itch, and it gives me, it's a little more substantial, and it's satisfying, and it's not going to be like, oh, I'm hungry in 20 minutes. So again, I don't normally buy those, but every once in a while, we're allowed to have fun with our groceries. For more snacks, I have a lot of fruit this week. I have apples, grapes, and a pineapple, and bananas, because if you don't have good food accessible, you're not going to eat good food. If you don't have meals planned and or prepared, you're not going to eat well. And so that's one thing that I struggled with, was even now sometimes I still struggle. If I don't have food prepared or snacks available, I don't eat well, and I don't feel satisfied mentally or physically. I recommend, if you're on your journey of healing your relationship with food, meal plan. It doesn't have to be perfect, but at least have healthy, nutrient dense, some fun snacks in the house, so that when you do get hungry or you do have a little bit of a craving for something, you have something available. You don't have that scarcity mindset. You don't have that hunger that builds up until you are desperate to eat something, and then you just don't eat well. The second meal I'm going to be making this week is the Mexican street corn rice bowls. Guys, these are so delicious. If you like Mexican street corn or elote, if I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. So delicious. You have your rice, you have your chicken, so a good source of protein, and then you make the Mexican street corn, dip part of it, and I use mayo. You can use plain Greek yogurt, but I like the richness, the fatness to it. And again, mayo is not the devil. Fat is not evil. Everything in moderation. That's my mindset, because if I really truly enjoy it, it tastes good, I'm not scooping the mayo out by the spoonfuls, it's okay. Again, you don't have to exclude something from your diet unless you're allergic or you don't feel good when you eat it. That's my stance on cutting foods out. And the avocado. I have an avocado. We're gonna put some avocado in the Mexican street corn rice bowls. Avocado is fatty, but it has a freshness, a little bit of a creaminess, some fat to it. So fat also helps you feel satisfied and full, and just the flavors. You're allowed to have fun and enjoy your food, and There are foods and meals that are nutritious and delicious. You don't have to sacrifice on flavor. Find foods, find meals, find a plan, a system that works for you. Healing your relationship with food, having a healthy relationship with food. Sometimes you will pick foods that are cheaper, foods that are just more efficient. Sometimes we are busy. You're a single mom, you're a working student, you're a single dad, whatever the case may be. Try to find balance that works for you. And healing your relationship with food is a journey. It takes time. Have grace with yourself. If you don't like how you ate in the past hour, in the past day, in the past week, in the past month, you can't change that. Let's move forward. What can you do moving forward to make yourself feel better? So I hope this gave you a little bit of insight, a little encouragement, hope for the future, that you too can heal your relationship with food, that there is hope, that this is an example of what normal eating can look like. It may look different for different people, different cultures, different cuisines, different preferences, but let me know down in the comments if this was helpful for you. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to discuss about normal eating, like what I eat in a day, meals more specifically. Let me know. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Thank you guys so much for being here today, and I'll see you in the next video.